Greetings, great beings of light. My name is Ishtara. Welcome once again to this energetic transmission. And one might be listening to this thinking, I'm going to receive a channeled message. And the reality is, embedded in the words, embedded within the expression, embedded within the communication is always an energetic transmission. And you would say, what kind of energetic transmission is it? And the reality is, the words carry the energy of the fullest potential that's being communicated at the time. So one could say, well, what is the transmission? The transmission is understood to be the words and the energy that the words carry, and yet the energy of the words are coming from a place in an ascended field of energy. So it's an ascended energetic transmission that as you listen to the words, as you are immersed in the energy of it, you are able to connect at an energetic level more strongly with the highest potential that's available relative to what's being communicated and transmitted. Now, all this could be said right now relative to just listening to the words of Ishtara or any channeled source that you listen to. But the reality is this: every single time you utter a word or you utter a thought, it's an energetic transmission. And these thoughts and these words are rippling out, and they're creative. Particularly if they're ones that you pay attention to. And what's meant by you pay attention to, if those thoughts and those feelings and that communication is about yourself, what you're doing is putting yourself in a loop of reinforcing what you think and believe about yourself, particularly if that communication, if that energetic transmission is one that is reinforcing who you are striving not to be anymore. So what does all this mean? What it means is this. This is a message ultimately about the energy of self-love and compassion and understanding and energetically supporting yourself from the positive point of view of moving to the next level. Yet also becoming highly mindful of the energetic transmission that you constantly have in your energetic field. And this message today is more about the transmission you are sending and receiving in the same energetic space that you find yourself. So these energetic transmissions that you are giving to yourself are what you'd call self-talk, are what you'd call judgment or support of yourself. So what are you transmitting to yourself that you yourself are receiving, which is then creating the energetic field that you exist in, which then creates the reality that you experience? This is how it's seen and known in the higher realms. It never begins out there. It begins in here. So a lot of what you are energetically transmitting to yourself, meaning you're saying to yourself or you're believing about yourself, has been reinforced, if you will, in your field by your experience, by outside influences. And those outside influences could have come from family, could come from your experience, could come from other people, could come from other times and places you've been incarnated. But you're moving into an energy of wanting to choose to consciously create your life. So one of the first ways to consciously create your life is, instead of referring to it as, oh, I'm so judgmental about myself, I'm so hard on myself, you can begin to say, what am I energetically transmitting and putting into my field? Do I like what is in my field? So if you're a harsh judge of yourself and you notice that's not creating the change that you'd like to have in your life, if it's not propelling you down a pathway of change, then what you know is that energetic transmission of judgment is not creating the desired effect. You could be hard on yourself even more and say, oh, I'm so judgmental, so I'm going to be stuck here forever because I don't know how to get out of judgment. Well, first, what you want to do is be able to realize, just call it an energetic transmission instead of judgment. The energetic transmission has a particular quality, and it brings about a certain vibration in your energetic field, and because of that vibration, you have an experience. This is literally how it flows. Humanity has decided the experience happens first, but it's the energetic stance that happens first to then beget the energetic flow. I mean, the experience in your life. So I've given myself an energetic transmission about judgment. I see that what I'm judging myself for is not creating the pathway for change I would like, so I'm going to choose a different energetic transmission. So what is it that you would like to transmit to yourself for you to vibrate in your own energetic field, your body and your auric field around you? What is it that you wish to have in there? And many could say, I don't know what I wish to have in there. I just know I don't like this. So here's a way to look for what you would like to have operating in your field. Look for what you're desiring from the world. What are you desiring from the world? Are you desiring more love, more compassion, more understanding, more recognition, more sense of success, a greater experience of peace? What is it that you're looking for out there? Those are the breadcrumbs. Now, you're not going to find it out there till it's in here. So if you know, okay, that's what I'm looking for in the outer experience, so now let me bring to that to myself now. That's the energetic transmission you wish to bring. So if you wish to receive more love and compassion, what you want to bring into your space directed at you is love and compassion. That's the transmission that you want to magnify in your field, is love and compassion. So then you would say, well, how do I bring love and compassion in when I'm never achieving the things? I'm terrible at these things. The reality is you deserve your love and compassion regardless of what you're doing or not doing. So how can you show up and create an energetic transmission in your space that reflects what you'd like to experience? So if you would like to receive more love, you can literally say to yourself, I love you. I see you. I love you. Compassion shows up like, I see you're doing your best. I understand you. Next time you'll do it better. But love and compassion is going to show up slightly different for each of you. But what would you like to be receiving from that world and show up for yourself literally through the energetic transmission of communication to the parts of yourself that are seeking it in the outer world? And do it regularly. Create that new energy to entrain to. I'm going to entrain very strongly to love and compassion for myself. I'm going to keep giving it to myself so that it gets bigger, stronger, more of a pulse, more of a standard vibration in my field than the prior experience of judgment. So you're going to want to be consistent with it. You're going to want to do it no matter what, because what you're desiring in terms of love and compassion in the world is you would like that regardless of the circumstances, correct? So give it to yourself regardless of the circumstances. Receive that energetic transmission. See that as you do, you literally begin to become an energetic vortex or field of love and compassion. And as you become that, then you get to experience it also out in the world. So your choice in terms of receiving an energetic transmission for yourself doesn't have to be love and compassion. It could be whatever it feels like you are seeking in the world. Offer it up to yourself in whatever way makes sense for you. Create a list of affirmations. Create a mantra. Create a song for yourself. And have it on repeat as often as you wish. Literally create a recording that you listen to over and over and over again. Put little reminders up wherever you go, because as you are shifting from one energetic transmission that may, for example, have been judgment into a new energetic transmission that might be love and compassion, you are shifting from one energy to the other. So give yourself some time and give yourself repetition and feel that what you're doing is adding that energy to your energy field so that you then can discover it in the world. All that you say and all that you think is an energetic transmission. It's energetically sitting within your field. So if you're not sure that you are enjoying the experience that's showing up, look to yourself and feel empowered by changing the energetic transmission in your field to what it is that you would like to experience more of. Play with this. Allow yourself to embody the energy pattern that you choose, not one that you've had from a prior time, space, dimension, or reality. You are a conscious creator. I am with you now and always. My name is Ishtara.